Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mutiara Izzati Diva, and my group members are Muhammad Ahlam, Zikri Adzani, and Fifin Rizki Emdi. Today we will presenting our presentation about Hanimart application database. And before we explain our database, uh, I will explain the description of our presentation. Hanimart is the one of the grocery store in Padang. We choose it because we have so much data about this grocery. We have an interviewers to ask him some question about the groceries data. We can make the database easy and finish the project early. Microsoft access the application of from other Microsoft. When we look at its features, surely some people think that its application is difficult. But if we learn it, Microsoft Access is not less easy than other Microsoft. Therefore, we will show you how we do the database application for the Hanimart business. Next. Before that, I will explain the Hanimart or business profile. Hanimart is the one of many grocery store in Padang. Hanimart located at Lolong Blanti, and you can contact us and with phone number, email, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Next. The business activity. We giving the best quality service of our customer, giving the best quality of goods, giving much stocks of goods, and giving the best price. Next. And the database is Microsoft Access is a software application that is used to create database. Microsoft Access is packaged with Microsoft Office Suite, but can be purchased separately. The Microsoft Access database store in tables and can exist as a single file that allows for basic data storage and retrieval. Next. The next presentation, it's present by Fifin.
Tables of Hanimart. Uh, table Microsoft Access tables are the key object in the Access file, as they contain the data that is stored in the database. Tables are made up of rows and columns and allow for a direct data entry into their grids. The row is the record that contains the individual database making up an individual record. The columns, also referred to as fields, consist of categories information. For example, the fields are columns consisting of categories information such as telephone number. The row is the record where the phone number is entered. Data is sortable and can be filtered. Data from Excel can be imported or cut and passed into an Access table. One file might contain multiple tables which can be linked through queries, report, and form. Next, uh, table of buy. For table of buy, we deserve three suppliers that give their supply to our business. The first by ID, the second that of buy, and then description. The primary key by ID. Next, table of buy details. Table of buy details. The primary key is ID by detail. Uh, Next, table of goods. Table of goods. The table barcode, number name of good, unit, purchase price, and selling price. The primary key of goods barcode. Next, table of sale. Table of sale that will contains by record of purchase from customer and primary key sale ID. Table of sale details. Table of sale details. The table is ID sale details, sale ID, barcode, and sale quantity, and primary key ID sale detail. Table of switchboard item. Table of switchboard item, we describe the item number, item text, the command, and the argument, the primary key, switchboard ID, and item number. The next slide can be explained by Ahlam.
A relationship of Hanimart. A relationship in Access helps you to combine data from two different tables. Each relationship consists of fields in two tables with corresponding data. For example, you might have a product ID field in a products table and in an order details table, and each record in the order details table has a product ID that corresponds to a record in the products table with a same product ID. Relationship of Hanimart, but relationship is the same to show the how the data connect each other. The by ID connected to the into the by details, but with primary key from ID by details, and connected to goods the barcode, and connected to table cell details. The primary key is ID cell detail, and the cell table that the primary key is cell ID. The query of Hanimart. A query is a request for data results and for action on data. You can use a query to answer a simple question, to perform a calculation, to combine data from different tables, or even to add, change, or delete the table data. In here, we can see the query of buy. The formula is total the goods from purchase price times by details that came from by quantity. And the type and query of sales, the formula is the goods from selling price times sell details from sell quantity. And then query of stocks, the formula is the summary from by quantity and the details and the barcode and the goods from barcode and the summary sell quantity, sell details, and the barcode that came from and goods that came from barcode. Form of Hanimart will be presented by Zikri.
Okay, form of Hanimart. A query is a request for data result. And for action on data, you can use a query to answer a simple question, to perform calculation, to combine data from different tables or even to add, change, or delete table data. Next. Okay, form of buy. This form is purchase, and then in purchase is add record, save record, and then close form. Next. Form of sale. In the sales transaction form is date of sale, description, and the table is barcode, name of goods, unit, selling price, sale quantity, and total. Next. Form of goods. In the goods, from the goods is a record, save record, close form. In the barcode, name of goods, unit, purchase price, and selling price. Next. Okay, and the last one, form of switchboard. And this form is main course. In this main course is master data, transaction, report, and exit. Report of Hanimart. A query is request for data result, and for action on data, you can use a query to answer simple question, to perform calculation, to combine data from different tables, or even to add, change, or delete table data. The first report of buy. In the report is good purchase report, and this good report, the purchase report is transaction ID, barcode, name of goods, unit, purchase price, by quantity and total. Next, report of sale. Sale transaction is in the form. In the report is barcode, name of goods, unit, selling price, sale quantity, and total. Next slide. And the last one, report of stock. In this report of stock is barcode, name of goods, unit, purchase price, selling price, and then stock.
So that's all for our presentation. Sorry from our mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.